everyone, and welcome back to Giant Fire Breathing Robot. My name is Craig Withers, and today it is time for some more Hearthstone. Today we have the second in our series of starter deck guides for you. What we're doing is we're going through each of the classes in the game, and we are showing you a basic starter deck for each class, made up of nothing but, shockingly enough, basic cards, as the cards that you will have unlocked by the time you reach level 10. On each character. There's no expert cards, so there's nothing there you need to spend money on, nothing there you need to spend gold on. You don't need to spend time crafting anything. You can hit level 10, put one of these decks together and take it out to play. The decks are not super competitive, they are not the best, they are not the strongest. They will, however, allow you to get some wins under your belt, get a feel for how the class plays, and get some experience more than anything else. You should also be able to use them to build up some gold reserves in game, which you can then, if you wish, you can either use them to buy packs of expert cards directly from the shop, or my recommendation would always be to spend gold in the arena. It'll only cost you 50 more gold, and you're going to get a pack of cards regardless, plus you're going to get the experience of playing against other people, and you're kind of picking a deck, and you're maybe going to get a bonus. You'll definitely get an extra reward on top of that, and depending how well you do, the better that is. But you can look at our arena video for more details on that. But yeah, without further ado, we'll get straight into it. Today we are going to be looking at the Shaman. You see here I've still got the warrior deck that I built in the previous video. So again, even managed to spell it properly this time. So, as before, basic cards, nothing fancy. I'm going to go through each of these, and I'll speak about them. I think I'll speak about them towards the end. Let's see how we go. So we've got 2 rock biter weapons. We have, of course, 2 acidic monsters. If you've looked at any of our other videos, most of these will be familiar to you. We have again the Shattered Sun Cleric, another non-surprise appearance. Same with the Inventor, sorry. We have only one Senjin Shield Master. I'll come back to the reasons for that in a bit. And we have our way. There we go. We'll only have the one bloodlust. Again, I will come back to that later. 2 warlords, 2 ogres, 2 elementals, and last but not least, 2 Stormwind champions. So there we go. That's our 30 cards. So yeah, so not too bad. So I see, mentioned before, you got your Swamp Oozes, your Bloodfen Raptors, Novice Engineer, Shattered Sun Cleric Yetis. There's a lot in here that you see in other decks, and these are all kind of fairly self-explanatory. Your Shattered Sun Cleric is going to buff your other classes. The Swamp Ooze is fantastic against warriors primarily, also paladins and rogues as well. Javelin Yetis is arguably the best 4-mana card out there at the moment. As I say, there's only one shield master in there, so there's the only taunt you've got in there. The jury is still out on just how good taunt is. Now, generally, other players are going to be targeting your minions regardless, so taunt has limited use. But anyway, generally speaking, the Shaman in Hearthstone, as in World of Warcraft, is a hybrid class, so it does an awful lot. It does a little bit of an awful lot. You'll notice there are no, certainly at this stage, there are no big super powerful spells. There's no major equivalent of Fireball or Pyroblast. There's no big clearance. There's no spells here for clearing away all of the other minions. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to be careful to try and keep board control with this. You're going to have to aggressively take out the opponent's minions to stop them from getting a lead on you. Use Hex for this. Use your Bloodfen Raptors. Don't be afraid to bring out your Swamp Ooze early in the game, even if the opponent doesn't have a weapon out. Don't waste that. Don't sit and let them do you damage. Rockbiter weapon, don't be afraid to use that on one of your totems, and use your totem to trade up, because plus the 3 attack will take out an awful lot of strong creatures, so don't be afraid to use that. What you'll find is this, you are playing a bit of a waiting game with this one. We do have an awful lot more up here in the top end than we did with, say, the warrior deck. So you are going to be trying to hold your opponent off for the first few turns until you can start bringing out some of your big stompies. That being said, Bloodlust can synergize very well if you do have a lead. You have a maybe not a full board, but you've got a good handful of creatures out there. You can drop Bloodlust and do a surprising amount of damage. Again, that can synergize well with Shattered Sun Cleric. Play your cards right, Badoom Tish, and you could end up. But again, arguably, that's maybe going to be late in the game. That's maybe turn 8 before you get enough for that. But you could end up giving your minions +4, and that can do some serious amounts of damage. So, but there's nothing in here which really needs an awful lot of explanation. You will notice there is no Wind Fury in here. I haven't dropped this in here because we have 2 Wind Speakers in there to do exactly the same thing. And at 4 mana, granted that costs twice as much as the Wind Fury, but you're also getting a 3/3 creature on top of that, which is not to be sneezed at. There's no Ancestral Healing, there's no Totemic Might, and we don't have Frost Shock because basically they are just not really that good. 1 mana to freeze a character and only do 1 damage is not great. Freeze is useful, but it's not that useful that we're going to waste cards on that. Totemic Might, again, I mean that's okay. That can be useful if you've got 4 totems out, but then if you're in the stage where you've got 4 totems out and no other minions, then things are probably not going very well for you anyway. So again, limited use. And Ancestral Healing, yeah, I mean, granted it's 0 mana, but it's just not doing enough to take up space that some of these other cards are going to do. But that's that. Now, as I say, I'm with the other decks. I will put a full list of the cards in the description below. But you saw how quickly it took me to put this together, so please by all means take the deck out there, put it together, give it a shot, try it for the day or two, give it some time for you to get to grips with it before you pass judgment on it. As I say, it's not the best deck, but it's it's a solid deck. It will let you get out there and win some games, get some experience. So please take it out there, use it. Let us know what you thought. Leave a comment down below. If you can, if there are some changes you could make to that, there's some cards you could drop out, cards you could add in, feel free to do so, experiment with it. Let us know how you got on, regardless. As I say, leave a comment down below. Give us a like, that's always useful, and if you're feeling really generous, why not subscribe? Now regardless, thank you very much for your time, and we shall see you again in the future.